Today I'm going to show you the Medical Secretary desktop. In your icons, that would be this one. Again, I've already logged in so that we don't have to wait through that process. I'm going to show you some standard features, and this works in just about every desktop. So here we have the navigator pane. You can hide the navigator pane by clicking this little list with the plus thing, so that makes the navigator pane come and go as needed. Anytime you want to search for a patient, you click on search. I'm going to search for a patient with the last name of Dax. And that will find me all the patients with the last name Dax. Notice there's Esri Dax and there's Jadzia Dax. So there's two Daxes. I'm going to show you some different views. Let me just highlight that. And so this is text view. It will take me to the text view of that patient and that particular exam. And I can look at the scanned order and the report that was made for this patient. So that's text view. I can go to calendar view. Calendar view will show me the x-ray rooms. Here's the CR rooms and what's coming up in them. We don't have any appointments scheduled in the CR rooms for this month. I can go back to task view, right? So this is where all the tasks are. As you can see, I don't have any tasks, so nothing shows up. So I'm going to go back to search, and it will take me back to the Daxes. So I think I forgot to mention this, but the Medical Secretary desktop is for the people that are medical secretaries that work at the front desk in radiology. When you come to the radiology desk, they would be using this role to, look for appointments, schedule appointments, and to put orders in. It's interesting that you can't really view images in this desktop. It's just for putting in orders and making scheduled appointments. So we'll do this from the tech desktop or the acquisition role, because you can both look at images and do all of these things from that desktop. But I want you to be familiar with this desktop, and the process is the same. So I think what I'm going to do now is show you how to start from scratch with a new patient and create a new patient and make an order and schedule them. So I'm going to click on the new button, and that takes me into this screen. And the first thing I need to do is give it a patient ID. When we make patient IDs, we always use the date and time for their ID. So 2018 10:03 is the date, and I'm doing this at 13:45, so that gives them their ID. For their first name, I don't know what their first name is. You would obviously have a patient in front of you, or I would give you some data, but I will make up a patient. So this patient is going to be Hulk. Last name Hogan. Why not use wrestlers today? That is obviously a male. I have no idea when Hulk Hogan was born. Does anybody know Hulk Hogan's real name? Hulk Hogan's real name is Terry Bollea. Yes, the real name of Hulk Hogan is Terry Bollea. He is actually from Tampa, Florida, where I was born and raised. So now I've completed the patient side of this equation, right? I have Hulk Hogan in there. What I need to do now is make a procedure for him. You don't have to fill all these in. It's just not important. So under procedure name, if I type the first two letters of the modality, I will get my choices. So if I want to make a CT, boom, there's my list of CTs. Now notice down here it says 10 of 171 matches. This will always put the 10 closest matches in. So what if I type in XRC? Okay, so I'm getting 10 matches, but what if I want to put C-spine? Well, it's 10 of 42 matches. So you got to get this list down to 10 possible matches to get everything that you possibly want in there. I'm going to do a cervical spine on Hulk Hogan. So now I have 5 possible matches. So we're going to do 3 views and it automatically fills in the procedure code. That's good. This will be done in diagnostic imaging. Now notice that my procedure code went blank. That's a glitch in the system. It's not a glitch in our system, it's a glitch in every AGFA system. So that's kind of frustrating. Now I got to go back and put the procedure code back in. And I don't remember exactly what the code is for XR cervical 3 views. Okay, really I do know the code by heart, but I want you to learn how to do this. So that's what this little search is for. I can now search for the code. So if I put in cervical and click search, that didn't work because the code isn't based on cervical. If I put in spine, maybe? Not quite right. Let me try looking by procedure name, maybe. Maybe I can get there this way. Cervical. Okay, well now I have some choices, and I know I chose 3 views. So there it is. I can select it, and now my procedure code is back in. I need to decide what room I want to do Hulk Hogan in. I'm going to do him in CR room 2. And now I need to click in here. I'll just click on this little calendar thing. It will take me to the room. And I'm going to schedule him for 4 o'clock today. So I double click. And now there he is, Hulk Hogan. His x-ray of the cervical spine 3 views is scheduled for 16:05. And that is how you schedule it. I'm going to click back to order. I'm going to click Save and Close. It's going to ask me if I want to print labels. I don't, because I don't have a label printer. And so let's see if I was successful. Let's go look up Hogan. I should have made it Terry Bollero from the start and then asked you, who is Terry Bollero? That would have been a better trivia question if I was running a trivia game, but I'm not. I'm trying to teach you how to use the Medical Secretary desktop, and voila, there is his order. I can right-click it and go down to Edit Order, and I should find all of the facts that it is in fact scheduled at this date and time. It's in a scheduled status. Everything's ready to go, and that box is checked, so I could make another order. I could add another order on to that, right? I could do a C-spine, T-spine by adding something else, and then I'm not going to do that. And that is how you use the Medical Secretary desktop. Thank you for watching.